Welcome back to episode 2. This year I'm turning 30 years of age, and for my birthday I only want one thing. I want to meet the babies born in the same hospital as me on the same day. I don't just want to meet them, I want us to spend our birthday together. So, I'm throwing a reunion, exactly on our 30th birthday. And if I can't find anyone, well, I guess I'm gonna be having the loneliest birthday ever. This is the second half of a story that has been in the works for the last 4 months. Oh my god. And if you didn't watch episode 1, let me bring you up to speed. The quest didn't start very well. I first spoke to my mother, who was pretty useless.
Did you know any of the other people in the ward?
No.
And after I got kicked out of the hospital for inquiring about private medical information,
Do not do that.
I turned to social media. A few TikToks later, this story started to reach quite a few people, which meant that my tip line was overrun with your nonsense.
Pee pee poo poo.
A few newspapers picked up the story, which then meant I was able to pitch this idea on the 2 largest radio shows in the UK.
Welcome to Radio 1 Breakfast. How is that going so far?
Those appearances led me to get an email from a man called Andrew, who said, had I thought about birth announcements? Luckily, Andrew has collected every single newspaper that has been published over the last 150 years. So I went down to his warehouse in Kent, I'm currently in Kent, to see if I could find any birth announcements from around April 95. After we found my birth announced in the Daily Telegraph, a few rows down, we had a name.
Oh my god. 3rd of April, St Thomas's Hospital, Lily Rose Hunter.
Lily Hunter. That is the first time I've finally got a name of somebody.
Yeah, most of them don't seem to mention the hospital, but that one luckily does.
After weeks, the answer was just in that warehouse. I just need to find Lily Rose Hunter now. Can't be too hard. Spoiler alert, it was. Because finding Lily's name was only the first piece of the puzzle.
We have a name. That's the good news. The bad news is it's an incredibly common name. Lily Hunter. I'm sure there are hundreds of Lily Hunters, so I'm not sure how I'm going to find just one of them, but I'll leave that for future Max to deal with. I feel like there's progress for the first time. Thank God for that man and his warehouse, that's all I can say.
With a name to look for when I got back, I was straight onto the search. So I have the name Lily Hunter, and ironically I have become Lily Hunter. I've gone to everyone's favourite place to find individuals. That's Facebook. Surprise, surprise, there's a hell of a lot of Lily Hunters in this world. People from all sorts, people from Durham, people from Newcastle, people from seemingly Taipei. I found the needle in the haystack in the name of Lily Hunter, but now I need to find another needle in the haystack of my Lily Hunter amongst the millions of Lily Hunters. She doesn't quite look my age, does that Lily Hunter? I've been scrolling for what feels like 3 working days and I'm still on Lily Hunters, and literally any one of them could be my Lily Hunter. I continued searching on Facebook, but I also branched out to other social medias. Instagram, LinkedIn, X, formerly known as Twitter, and I compiled a massive list of all the Lily Hunters I could find. There was bloody loads of lilies. But these Lily Hunters were from all around the world, and I needed to target some that were more local. And I had an idea. Billboards. I couldn't get a stationary billboard, so I decided what's better than a stationary billboard? A moving billboard. The plan was to drive this round town, hoping that the Lily Hunters of London would see and call the number shown. And as soon as the van pulled up outside my office, this happened.
Already got a number. Hello?
Hello, it's Lily. There's a van parked outside of where I work and it says, is your name? Oh,
Are you called Lily Hunter?
yeah.
Do you work in
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a baby who was born on the same day as me, 3rd of April 1995. I assume that wasn't you.
Oh no, that wasn't me.
No, but that's absolutely mental that there is a Lily Hunter in. I must be really overwhelming. I'm so sorry.
That's okay, I was just a bit freaked out.
No, I'm so sorry. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Unbelievable.
So what just happened is that somebody called Lily Hunter works in my office building. That makes it look so sinister. After creeping out my fellow office workers, the Huntermobile was off. You Lily Hunter? I spent the morning cruising round town, heading up every landmark in London. Do you know anyone called Lily Hunter?
hoping that my Lily Hunter would see the Lily Wagon.
Hello, mate. Do you know anyone called Lily Hunter? No. Have a good day.
But after a slow start,
I don't think anyone's particularly interested. No one cares.
I soon had a bouquet of lilies.
Got a call. Hello. Hello.
Hello, my name is Lily Hunter. My name is Lily Hunter.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, Lily. Why have you got my name up?
Unfortunately not the lilies I was looking for.
What's the date of birth?
23rd of January. 3rd of January.
2nd of February.
You're not the Lily Hunter I'm looking for. Have a lovely day. This is increasingly weirder and weirder and weirder.
And after some constructive criticism,
Shouldn't you put the date of birth or some more details?
Yeah, I think I should probably change it to put some more details. That's a much better idea.
I got this.
What's the date of birth?
4th of April,
4th of April?
Yeah.
What year?
1998.
Oh, that was close. Had the 4th of April, wrong year, wrong hospital.
But just as I was about to give up, another mystery call.
Another one. Hello.
Hi, I know you're looking for Lily Hunter, but more importantly, are you protected online with Surfshark? Surfshark is a VPN or virtual private network that secures your data so hackers can't yoink it when you're using some sketchy public Wi-Fi. I've been doing some very intense online research lately. And by research, I mean falling down rabbit holes at 2 a.m. trying to find a woman called Lily Hunter. And I'm very thankful that Surfshark has my back. But how? Well, Surfshark hides my IP address, so my location, identity, and questionable search history remain strictly private. Surfshark's clean web blocks ads, trackers, malware, and a million other dodgy websites. Also, Surfshark doesn't track or log what you do, so you're basically a ghost. Boo. You can do all sorts with Surfshark. You can send files securely, use public Wi-Fi safely, and you can live your life as a digital spy looking for old babies. There's even a 30-day money-back guarantee and 24/7 support if you get stuck at any point. So go to surfshark.com/MaxFosh and use the code MaxFosh at checkout to get 4 extra months of Surfshark VPN. Back to my calls. The van kept on cruising around London. I paid for it for 4 days, but unfortunately there wasn't really much more I could do. At this point as well, the search took a bit of a pause as I had to go to Australia and New Zealand to do some stand-up shows. But even thousands of miles away, I was still grafting for my Lily. Does anybody here know anyone born on the 3rd of April 1995 in St Thomas's Hospital, London? Good chat. Things weren't looking good, as my birthday was only 12 days away.
I am currently in Auckland Airport and I'm about to fly back to the UK. I haven't found my birthday twin. I think I've exhausted all the options because we'll just file this under the videos that never happened category.
But when I returned to the UK, I was searching through the list late one night when I made quite the discovery.
Oh my god. Oh my god. How did I miss this? So, I'm currently looking at the massive spreadsheet and I've been going through the names just like slow to see if I missed anything. And I bloody have. So I just did a bit of a dive into this particular Lily who was on the list. I was just kind of scrolling down and then I saw her education. She went to school in a school that was 2 miles away from my school in the exact same years I went to school. Not only that, university, went to uni the same years that I went to uni. She had an email address at the bottom of her LinkedIn here, so I just emailed her and I got a bounce back saying that she was on holiday, but at the bottom of her email it's got her phone number. I kind of think this is her. It makes sense. I just need to wait for her to kind of get back from holiday before I call her work phone. Oh my god.
I'm about to call, I think, our baby. I'm really nervous. Hello, is that Lily Hunter? Hi Lily, my name's Max Fosh. This is gonna be incredibly weird. I want to have a reunion with someone who was born on the same hospital as me on the same day. I looked at the newspaper records and there was an announcement of a birth of someone called Lily Hunter on the 3rd of April 1995 at St Thomas's Hospital. Was that you? Was it actually? You were born on the 3rd of April 1995 in St Thomas's Hospital in London? That is absolutely nuts. Well, hi. We were born on the same day in the same hospital. I understand this is probably the weirdest phone call you've ever received.
I mean, it's the weirdest sort of scam, isn't it?
I had found her, and I officially invited her to our reunion.
Have you got any plans for our 30th? We could meet and I could understand a little bit about who you are.
But whether she had any intention of coming, well, that was anyone's guess.
I'll leave you be for now, yeah, lovely to chat. That was nuts! She was so confused. Found a baby, mission accomplished. It's my birthday.
The big day had arrived, and I had booked a meeting room at 10:30 a.m. for our reunion.
It's the womb where it happens. Hamilton fans out there.
And I'd organised a big spread for Lily.
Monster Munch. Every good party needs Monster Munch. Can't have a party without party hats. Will, milady. For God's sake.
There was also some Tango Cherry for punch, and of course a British staple of birthday parties, a Colin the Caterpillar cake.
Colin!
And with a party fit for two 30-year-olds ready to go, all I had to do now was wait and hope that she showed up.
That's my name.
But silliness aside, I honestly wasn't very hopeful that she would.
So I've got the room for an hour and a half. I've said to come any point before 12 o'clock. It's currently 11. She hasn't messaged me, I haven't heard anything. I guess I just have to just nervously eat my Monster Munch.
And as time went on, that hope only diminished. And I was facing the very real possibility that I might be spending my 30th birthday alone in a hospital meeting room.
If she doesn't turn up, this is going to be a bit embarrassing.
But then, just as I'd given up hope,
I really like Monster Munch. I think Monster Munch is probably my favourite of all the crisps. Are you Lily? No.
Happy birthday!
she actually showed up.
So lovely to meet you.
What, you eating without me?
Do you want some Monster Munch?
I'd love some.
Come on, it's our birthday.
My hospital twin had arrived.
That's for you.
Happy birthday, 30.
Back where it all began. Would you like some punch?
I would love some punch. Did you make it yourself?
Yeah, got it from the vending machine.
Cheers.
How did you feel when I first called you?
I thought you were a scammer.
What convinced you that I wasn't a scammer?
I recognised your name.
Come on! Famous with my kin?
But before we started the festivities, I thought I'd better confirm that Lily was indeed my hospital twin.
When were you born and what time were you born?
Well, I've got a book,
And she'd brought some pretty compelling evidence.
but this is what our parents used to do. I don't know if you've got one. Happy birthday card for you.
You're so sweet! That is amazing! Thank you so much!
This was me when I was born.
So this is instant, this is upstairs?
Yeah, Mum said she was looking out on Big Ben. Here's an
Womb
out.
with a view. For anybody who might think that this is not real,
It is real.
This is St Thomas's Hospital, 3rd of April 95. I think that's what posh people do, they put
Yeah,
they announce
exactly.
their babies in the
I don't
newspapers.
think-
We must tell the times!
So, after months of searching, it was finally time for our 30th birthday party.
Party!
30 years old.
And we had a lot of catching up to do.
From the beginning, no.
In how long have
Family.
you got?
What's been your
30.
most memorable birthday?
25 in lockdown. Awful.
I had COVID, I was eating a Domino's pizza and I couldn't taste it.
And I have to say, despite spending 30 years apart, it was like I'd known her all my life.
This feels like the weirdest first
First
day ever.
Yeah, exactly. What do you do?
I dick around on the internet.
Look what you've done with it. Look.
Make sure you download Surfshark today and use the code MAXFOSH.